Welcome back to the Super Good, Super Delicious podcast. I'm your host, Carly, with an EY, and today I thought we could chit-chat a little bit about vegan celebrities and celiac or gluten-free celebrities, but the thing is, there's not that much information about celiac, I noticed, so I thought that was interesting. As well, I just Googled and went through a couple of the first pages, so if anyone comes to mind, or if anyone, if any of these are wrong, let me know, because some of them, they just really have picked out from interviews where they have, I've tried a plant-based diet for this, or I eat vegan on Mondays. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, that does not count. So I thought it could be interesting to kind of see, and I'm sure I'm going to miss very popular celebrities. I mean, nowadays it is everyone, it's vegan or gluten-free influencers, and those are the people that I want to follow anyways. Just because someone is vegan and a celebrity, that's not gonna make me follow them. So yeah, but I thought, you know what, let's see how many are there. So there's a lot more plant-based celebrities, as you will, than there are that claim or actually have outwardly spoken about being celiac or gluten-free. So we'll start with some veganism first. I didn't know quite a few of these. Ellen Pompeo, well, that's how you say her name. Meredith Grey from Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, I had no idea. So apparently she is vegan. And also, let me just state that I probably would have had to put a lot more research into this to actually find out specifically when, or if they're not that outwardly spoken about it, it's harder to find information, and I was not about to do that. Okay, I just kind of thought it'd be fun to just find a bunch and see what we think. Did you know? Did you not know? I didn't know, but I'm not a huge Grey's Anatomy fan either, so there's that. Benedict Cumberbatch, apparently he's vegan. I didn't look up what shows he's in, but I definitely he's been in The Avengers, that's what it was saying, The Avengers. He's definitely a popular actor out there. I think he is British. I think so. This one actually, this is the thing, okay. They had snagged something from a Zac Efron interview and then claim and put him on this list of vegan, and I'm like, you are not vegan. So I did a little further research, and it turns out he's not. He did try it once or whatever, and it wasn't for him. Maybe he tried it for a certain role or something like that. This is kind of what happens, is they try this a plant-based diet for a look or whatever, or maybe a competition in sports or whatever, and then they go back and aren't vegan. But I mean, anyone that has been on and off or vegetarian or limits their meat consumption, I'm all for that, because less meat the better, in my opinion. So this one, I know from being a football girlfriend that Tom Brady, during the football season when he was playing, he would be vegan all throughout the whole football season. Makes sense, because it's a lot lighter, easier digestible proteins, things like that. It's not heavy and weighs you down like red meat can. So I knew that he was a vegan girly for the football season. But on one of the lists, his wife, ex-wife, Giselle, she is vegan apparently. So it actually really makes sense that during the football season he would be eating vegan, because if she is as well, then also not hard facts on that one. Could be also she eats mainly plant-based, but not every single meal, you know? So, and, surprisingly, throughout these lists that I was going through, there is a lot. Like, there's a wide variety. There's plenty more people that I didn't even know who they were, or maybe I recognized their face from a picture or whatever, from like movies I've seen, but honestly, from the name, had no idea who they were, and I'm like, well, it's fine. My list is very large already. Okay, forgive me if I say her name wrong. Mayim Bialik, Amy from Big Bang Theory. Yes, she is vegan, and guess what? She even has a vegan cookbook that she released, and I had no idea about this, which I think is so cool because I love when celebrities actually are putting their money where their mouths are and actually investing in vegan companies. And actually, I think Leonardo is one of the most famous. Actually, not vegan to my belief, but super invested in veganism and like for the planet, cutting out meat and stuff like that. And as well, I think Jaden Smith, quite a controversial topic as I was Googling, because I thought he has vegan food trucks in LA, and like they give food out to the homeless, I think. And he tried being vegan, I guess, and his parents had to have an intervention. They had to intervene, and they said he was like sick and yada yada, and like obviously anyone, no matter what you eat, anyone can eat improperly and be malnourished. You could also have other things going on inside your body, like me, like being autoimmune, meaning that your body's malnourished and it's not by any fault of your own, other than you don't know what your autoimmune disease is. So then you end up not knowing what you're eating that's harming you. Okay. Okay. So I guess doesn't eat meat and dairy, but maybe he's on the better track now, or maybe he eats eggs and fish. Honestly, I don't know, but there was a lot of controversy that came up when I was Googling it, so I thought that was a little bit interesting. Again, all for celebrities backing vegan restaurants and things like that, or putting money into like a vegan food truck to feed the homeless. Like, I think that's amazing. So I would not, poo-poo on him. I think that's really great what he's doing. As far as I know, like I said, did not go that deeply into researching, okay? From the surface view. Interesting, but also I like it. And I don't know if he's still actually doing that. There was nothing that said that he's not. Ellie Goulding, I believe she's a singer. I didn't know. And then Natalie Portman, I know she's like largely involved with being vegan and veganism, so love her. Love that. She's been vegan for a while too, I believe. And I remember her on Hot Ones. I don't know if you guys know what Hot Ones is, but basically it's this guy. He hosts Hot Ones, and he has wings, and they're hot wings, and then they go from like a lower level all the way up to like a super hot wing sauce. And then he interviews the guests, and they eat the wings, and he asks them questions, and they just get hotter and hotter. And she was on there, but she got vegan wings. Hey! So I thought that was really cool, because they just totally, and also I think it was like almond milk or something she had as like a cooling down, or vegan ice cream maybe. And I thought that was really cool that they like catered to her needs, and love that. So yeah, big fan. Love Natalie Portman. Okay, another one that was kind of weird, Madonna. The thing is, I could totally believe it, but the only reason why I think it's maybe not 100% accurate is because in some of the things that I seen was that it said that her extreme ism about things, essentially, makes it make sense that she doesn't eat meat and eggs and dairy and yada yada. But I didn't see anything that Madonna actually came out and said she's vegan. So if you know, comment down below, because I have no idea if she's actually vegan. But the thing is too, with doing research, is celebrities can be very secretive, or they may not want to actually outwardly state how they eat and etc., for fear of like backlash and stuff like that. So it can be hard to find out exactly if they're not like raw vegan, that they might be not mentioning it at all. So yeah, I found that interesting. Who knows, Madonna could totally be vegan. I could see it for sure. Ariana Grande and Miley Cyrus, totally believe those two. They're very much have actually said like they're vegan. Miley, I think, also has a gluten allergy, so she just doesn't eat either, obviously, and dairy. I can't remember what I saw, but it sucks because some of these celebrities too, like Miley for example, has been so hated on for her body, and sometimes it could just be like, oh, I can't eat these things, and I just end up eating really healthily because of it. Like, okay, well, I might as well just mow the salads and the rice bowls and, you know, the tofu, and sometimes it ends up being really healthy for you. And obviously there's unhealthy vegan and gluten-free stuff out there, don't get me wrong, but the tendency, especially when you are undiagnosed celiac or gluten sensitivity, it's very easy to lose weight and be malnourished, as I said before, and be very skinny, and then people will notice that, and obviously if you don't know, then you're like, it's just my body. But like for me, I could not gain weight at all, and I didn't know why. I was always like 108 pounds, and I'm like 5'3", so like barely 110 pounds. Like I'm like, I can't gain weight. I was like the same build, like muscularity. I was not muscular. Like I worked out the same amount, or the more I worked out, the less I worked out, I was like the same. Like it seems like I couldn't gain muscle, and I couldn't lose weight, and I didn't try to lose weight obviously, but I couldn't gain weight either unless I was just like massively unhealthy. And I was like, I don't understand, like I'm working out, I'm eating more, like why am I not gaining weight? But I was sick all the time. My body wasn't absorbing the nutrients, so therefore I was not gaining weight or muscle. So now, after it's been over a year and a half, I guess, I was able to gain weight. I don't know how much I've gained, but like I've now regularly over 115 pounds. I don't think I've been under 115 pounds in a while. So I think that's much more healthy for my body size and everything. Do not compare me to you, your story, or anything, because we are both different people. But for me, that's a much healthier weight. And I have gotten back into running. So I'm trying to get back into working out now that winter's here, going to the gym and gaining some more muscle. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, because I have a lot more energy now too, not eating gluten. You know, eating things that your body can't digest really just sucks the energy out of you. So I totally could relate to, you know, if people were like, oh, you don't look healthy or skinny or whatever, blah blah blah. I could totally relate to that though, because now looking back, I feel like I definitely look healthier compared to when I was malnourished from gluten. Okay. This one I thought was awesome. Woody Harrelson, and he's been in a lot of things. And apparently there's more than one thing that I saw, article, whatever, that I saw that he's been vegan since he was like 24. Like, and he's like in his 50s, I think. And I thought that was really, really awesome. And apparently he's been inspiration for other people going vegan too. So Miley Cyrus's ex-husband Liam Hemsworth, I think that's her ex-husband, apparently he's vegan too. I don't know if he still is now that they're not together. It might have been like a, you know, it's easier when you're with someone else to be vegan. But he also, I guess, I don't know if they worked on Stranger Things together or if they worked on something else together. Him and Sadie Sink worked on a project together, and I guess that inspired her to go vegan. So she's a vegan girly. So I think that is awesome. Obviously, I think all of these are awesome. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's really cool that to inspire younger people and generation just by what you're doing. Another big one, Peter Dinklage, Game of Thrones. He's also been in a lot of other movies and shows and stuff like that. I had no idea, but apparently he's vegan, so that's really cool. And I read one thing that was saying that he went on Game of Thrones. I've never watched it. I want to, but it ended poorly apparently. So I don't know if I want to actually get sucked in just to be disappointed. But I saw something that said whenever he had to eat meat on Game of Thrones, it would actually be a tofu mock of whatever they were supposed to be eating, and no one noticed. So I think that's freaking cool. Oh yeah, okay, so this is another thing that I was like, So apparently there was saying that Beyonce is vegan, and then Jay-Z also vegan. And I was like, yeah, but these snippets they're taking, these cherry pickings they're taking, is saying that she like went vegan once before, and I was like, okay, so this isn't a permanent thing for her. And then something else that I found was that, oh, she eats vegan breakfasts and vegan on like Mondays or something, and then Jay-Z eats 2 vegan meals a day. So, okay, I mean, yes, good, love it, but like, why put her on a list of vegan celebrities? That I don't understand. That part, misinformation, okay? I don't like the misinformation out here. Not that like, on the grand scheme of things, like, who actually cares? I don't care what anyone eats, so I am all for, obviously, more people eating less meat, but at the end of the day, it's your life. Live it how you want, but also go vegan. Okay, so probably everyone knows this, but Lizzo, there's another one. She's vegan. She's very outwardly vegan as well on TikTok and everything. One that I really like, another one, I think is more recent, Lewis Hamilton, NASCAR driver, from, I don't know, London? I'm not sure where. Over the pond. And he is vegan. Really great. Really cool. And he also backs Neat Burger, which is a vegan restaurant that opened originally in the UK. And they have now opened in the States as well, in New York. And my friend, she's not my friend, but I follow her on Instagram, Vegan Bodega Cat. She is a New Yorker, and she has her own wrap that is called like the Bodega Cat wrap or something like that, and it's like a vegan chicken Caesar wrap. It looks so good. So we love that. I love that. She's always promoting them and that, so I think that's really awesome that someone from like the F1 world, NASCAR world, is, you know, coming out and saying, you know, veganism and stuff. So I always love when like someone from different walks of life, for example, because some people might think it's like, oh, it's because of their privilege if they're a celebrity or whatever, but anyone can be vegan. Anyone can be gluten-free. Obviously, certain gluten-free things are very expensive, but you could be like a bougie gluten-free person, or you could just be a surviving gluten-free person, okay? It's possible. It is possible. Okay, Billie Eilish, vegan, doesn't surprise me, and apparently she doesn't eat gluten either. I don't know if it is an allergy or what, sensitivity or what, I cannot remember. I don't know if she actually said, because like some people would probably just say in interviews like, oh yeah, like I can't eat gluten. So it's like, do you have celiac? Or, but who cares, like whatever, you don't eat gluten. As long as it's like you're saying your body cannot handle the gluten, I think that that's good to state, other than just saying, oh, I just don't eat gluten because it's not good for me or good for you, because now that's twisting things, and now everyone's just going to think like gluten is bad. But if you can eat gluten, it doesn't mean it's bad for you. So I think that stating the difference is important. Another one, I don't know how many I have here, it's so many. Travis Barker, really cool. He also backs some restaurants in LA. Really cool. The thing is, and he has a CBD wellness brand or something like that. And I just wonder though, because he's with, what is her name? Kourtney Kardashian. I don't know if she's vegan too. I think they might be. I think they were in an ad for like a vegan burger. Now I can't remember. I should have Googled it. But yeah, I think they were promoting some vegan, like the Impossible Whopper or something like that, like, or some vegan new sandwich at McDonald's or something. I feel like that was a thing. So yeah, that's interesting. That would be, I think that would be very influential for a Kardashian to, well, I guess she's a Barker now, for a Kardashian to come out and be like, yeah, veganism. I think there would be a lot of influence around that. And it would be good because there's a lot of like overconsumption involved with their lifestyles. I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but for a lot of them, it's a lot of overconsumption with parties and things like that. That is not cute, in my opinion. We're like living the more sustainable life over here. Okay, so if you like sustainability, it's up my alley too. I'm like a little thrifting, sustainable girly. I'm definitely when I can afford to, and I say that because this is coming from the UK. Okay, so the amount, first of all, the dollar here is trash compared to the UK's dollar. Secondly, you gotta pay duties and stuff on that, and the import fees and the shipping fees are like crazy. Okay, like, oh yeah, it's a 25, no, what did I don't know what it was. Like, let's say it's a $50 sweater. By the time you get it here in your hands, you have spent probably over $100. So when I can afford that kind of spending, maybe I'll just fly to London. Just kidding, she doesn't have a storefront. But Tala by Grace Beverly, we love her. She's almost a celebrity. I assume she's still vegan, but if she were to not be vegan, it would be so controversial. So I could understand why she would not ever say come out and say she's not vegan anymore. But everything she does and makes, produces, her whole clothing line, totally sustainable. Love that. Vegan, fur, whatever. So I do have to assume she's still vegan. We'll do a couple more. will.i.am, Black Eyed Peas, went vegan in the past like few years here. Venus Williams, I guess that was another one. I wasn't sure if she's actually vegan or if she just tried a vegan diet during when she was playing tennis and it worked for her because she was diagnosed with this autoimmune disease. So I don't know. It wasn't really clear if she kept up with the diet and she's still she's still vegan, because in one of the things that I read, it was saying that she went like raw vegan, and I'm like, okay, that's not sustainable. So I'm going to just assume that was like something she tried. So I don't know, maybe she's still vegan. Oh yeah, our girl Pamela Anderson, of course, she's like the OG vegan activist with PETA, and your girl is still vegan. She is the queen from the day one of the vegan world. I would say she was one of the first to start and kick it off many years ago and be openly like, yeah, love that. I'll end it off with Justin Bieber. This poor man, he has so many things that he's gone through in his career, in his life. I guess he has Lyme disease. That probably makes an impact on your diet for sure, I would say. He is not vegan or anything like that. I don't think, maybe. But apparently he had said on one of his stories on Instagram that he's allergic to gluten, or can't have gluten, whatever. Honestly, having a gluten sensitivity is like very common, I think. Like celiac is 1 in 100, so I wouldn't be surprised if more people have like gluten sensitivities than they think. But yeah, I guess he was saying that he has a sensitivity and he is like, it sucks. I don't know if he was that dramatic, but yeah, apparently he was like, like one something else grade kind of thing, which it can totally feel like that sometimes. So if you know of anyone else that is doing some things in the vegan world or the gluten-free world, we need more people rah-rahing celiac disease. Okay, come on, you celebrities. I know there's more of you out there. We need some more, because we need some more vegan and gluten-free restaurants, please. So I'm just gonna end off with this episode. I found this place on Instagram in Denver, Colorado. Actually, they have, I think, 2 locations. I think it's called Marco's Coal-Fired Pizzeria in Denver, and apparently their gluten-free pizza is delicious, the best. And I just would love to travel to a few places because I have a saved list on Instagram that is just, I call it vegan world, but I've been putting in gluten-free places in there too. Italy is supposed to be beautiful for gluten-free, so I can't wait to travel one day and just try these places, because when I went and looked on the website, because that's how deeply I investigate, for the pizza place in Denver, they have a whole vegan menu. Not only gluten-free, vegan menu. So exciting. So anyways, let me know if you thought this was interesting, because I was like, hey, maybe this will be interesting to chit-chat about celebrities, vegan celebrities, or the lack thereof of celiac celebrities out there. It is not easy to find. So, or maybe I'm wrong about some of these. Let me know. But with that, that will be it for this episode. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye!